Sponsored by DavisMusicPro.com. What's happening, people? You're tuning into Comedy by Coincidence with Chris Davis and Ty Young. Welcome to another special episode. This is episode number 36. Yo, what's happening, people? What's happening, Ty? Thank you guys for being here with us, bro. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, great to be here. Great to be here. You know, I really love how our intro music is going because it like reminds you of listening to an old cassette tape, or maybe like even going back to an 8 track where it's just like that one part of the film is damaged, and then it's just like, nope, you don't get to hear that part of the song. Like it's, that's the user's price after the fact. That's your tax for that music. If you love it so much, you don't get to hear it no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%, dude. Like a nice vinyl, that not
Exactly.
everybody
Yeah.
has access to, right?
You got that. You invited that one drunk friend over who has no idea what the fucking what a vinyl is, and then he touches the middle of it, and then now all of a sudden, you're listening to that Led Zeppelin album you love so much, and now you don't get to hear the intro to, your favorite song, Stairway to Heaven. So it's
Starway.
just like
Starway, man, yeah. I love Starway to Heaven, bro. The Eagles are great.
Woo! Exactly. So it's like
Like,
it's now instead of the good ending, it's she's finding the
to
heaven.
heaven, yeah. Or it's stuck, it gets stuck. She's fine. Yeah, you got me.
Exactly.
Woo. All right.
Cool. It's a nice old.
Dr. Evil over here killing it on the sound bites already today, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Thanks for being here, Dr. Evil.
Oh, absolutely. A pleasure to be here.
Can you turn me up just a little tiny bit? Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I told you. Oh, shit. Okay.
Nice.
Yo, dude. Happy freaking. Honestly, man, I've been posting these on Tuesdays, so happy Tuesday if you're watching this, man.
Tuesdays is a good day. It's past the shit of Monday, so you're like properly in the week, and you need stuff to do and to listen to get you through past hump day.
Yeah.
Tuesday's a good day to drop this.
Sometimes, if I can, I'll post them on Mondays because you know what? I feel like it's a nice pick me up after a shitty Monday. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
That's fair
that's a
too.
good one too. Yeah.
But if it comes out on Tuesday, that means your boy had a shitty Monday and was just too swamped. So give your boy a break. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Plus, you have all of eternity to listen to this on YouTube. So, does the day really matter?
Right.
It's there.
Just right? Like, to quote the great Janis Joplin, it's all the same fucking day, man. I cursed in the first 10 minutes. I was doing so good.
Now you're both down one.
Who gives a fuck, man?
Who gives a fuck?
it's one of those. If you're a listener, and you have preferred day you listen to this podcast, why don't you let us know? Maybe give us some info on you guys out there. Is Monday the best day, or are we the weekend guys? Because we're not safe for work sometimes. You got let us know so we can prep you right.
Right. And guys, honestly, we're at the beginning of the episode, so this is a good time to bring it up. I want you guys to send in your questions, comments, concerns, things you like about the podcast, things you don't like about the podcast. Mostly this week, I'm going to, that seems like a lot. So all of those are open to commentary through voicemails, man. And we'd love to have you guys send in some voicemails so we can feature them on the show and answer your questions and or concerns or whatever, man. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna limit it down so you guys can you can use your imagination and go big and have any of those things, but also send in your questions for Ty about comedy, okay, or getting started in the comedy scene, man, or any questions you might have for him comedy related, bro. We'd love to answer them. So shoot
Or
a
not
voicemail.
even comedy.
Yeah, well,
I'm out there traveling. I'm out moving around. So if you want to know something about a country, give it to me, and then I'll try and find out the answer when I get there or beforehand or whatever.
right.
You know, is Colombia safe for you to go to? I will find you the answer. I'll let you know where the best cocaine is. I get you that pure stuff. You just got to let me know beforehand. And the only way that works is if you leave us a voicemail.
Right. So
It's we. I know some people
we
don't want to do the voicemail
France.
thing because then it attaches your voice to it and privacy, blah 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 blah.
It's better
But
than a
I
video.
prefer the voicemail.
So much better
The
than a
voice.
video.
Exactly. If you're gonna ask us something that could be borderline, you know,
Do it anonymous. You
hey,
don't gotta tell us
yeah,
your name.
yeah, do it. Do it anonymous. I promise I won't try and guess your voice, but it's one of those like we want to hear the
Oui.
inflection and the tone of your voice when you ask us the question, so that way we can give you the proper answer. And you just can't get that shit through text. You cannot. I'll read a message and interpret it completely different from
Oh
Chris,
yeah.
completely different from how you intended it. I could be like, this motherfucker is the racist motherfucker I've ever read. Uh,
Look,
when in
okay, I
fact
didn't
you
mean
were
that
just a
text
naive idiot
before the
and I didn't
show
hear the
in such a way that it was derogatory. I told you this before we got going. I didn't mean anything racist by what I said, okay?
but it's
Squanto's a name. Okay, that's all I'm
yeah,
saying. It's a
right.
formal name. Squanto was the guy who helped the pilgrims out when they were like not didn't know how to farm and didn't know how to prep for the winter in America and shit, you know what I mean? Squanto's the
I'm just,
guy.
like,
You're the guy, man. We were going to get shit started, Squanto, is what I said. Let's get shit started, Squanto.
I
Not
I
bad.
agree with you, but
You're not
like,
even Indian, so it wasn't even like a. Now, if I said that to a Native American guy, completely different situation. But no,
exactly.
no.
But I
Send
do
in your
know,
voicemails.
and I hope I'm not fucking this up, but Native Americans, if I'm remembering this right, and if I'm not, leave a comment, correct my ass. When the baby's born, the first thing they see when they step, first thing the father sees when they step outside the teepee or the birthing site, that's what the name of the baby is. And then you go through the rituals and become a man or a woman or whatever, and you get basically a new name, right?
Right.
And that new name is supposed to be like a personality combined with your first name type. It's specifically related to you. So what do you have to do to get the name Squanto? Like, is your toe squat? Are you a squat toe? Did you accidentally poop on your foot while squatting? Like, so you're squat toe because
Hey.
you know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
man.
how do you achieve that name? Or is it like some specific culture name and you're like the baddest warrior of the land type name?
Maybe it has
Confusing
its
to me.
own meaning, like bad motherfucker, and I think he was a member of the Paw-Kahit tribe. I'm screwing that first name up, but you know, I do. I got the Google. Hold on. I was literally looking
Exactly.
this up.
But this whole racist diatribe that we just had was basically us
Pawtuxet.
making you send us voicemails.
Yes.
Voicemails is the preferred way to do it, so that way all intents get across. Great. Even if you want to go the extra mile and just email me or Chris or somebody a video, you're welcome to do that. Promise I won't draw a mustache on your face during the podcast, but we'll see how
Our
we'll do.
email
I
and
guess.
voicemail link is in the comments, or not in the comments, in the description of this episode. So go check it out.
Exactly.
Yo, dude, you hit any open mics this week?
I hit a couple. Let me see here. Uh, Monday I was at Spitfire. It went all right. I'm trying to develop new material and expand a little bit. I think I got a hold on what I need to do for the first chunk. I think I have a good solid 5 minutes, which is new. Like I've never had a good solid 5 minutes, and I think I have a good solid 5 minutes now. But now I need more than five,
Right, you
so
gotta
I'm
get up
back
to
to the
15.
drawing board again.
So we gotta start writing more. Yeah, I feel that.
So Monday was interesting. I don't remember what I said. It was probably just an okay situation. Like I got some laughs, but some dead spots in the middle. It wasn't
Right.
consistent all the way through.
That's okay. It's a couple laughs.
Wednesday also at Spitfire it was an all right set, and it was going downhill fast, man. It was oof. It started out all right, and then I just like it oof. People were not feeling the jokes. They thought I was being serious, and it was just like I'm saying some pretty horrible shit. You got to be serious, and I saved it. I saved the entire 5 minutes in the last 30 seconds with
Nice.
arguably the biggest laugh of the night up until that point, because I think I just made everybody so uncomfortable that I found the right relief valve and just exploded the room. And then I had to leave big, so I just left after that. I was like,
So you came
there's
on
no coming
stage.
back. Arguably the best laugh reaction I've had to date. Like, if I can't listen to the exact wording of what I said on the video I made of myself because it was so loud.
Right. That's awesome, dude. So
Mhm.
some ups, some downs.
Progress.
Dude, yeah,
And then,
progress.
to put me right.
No, I was just agreeing with you. That's progress, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's progress. And then to put me back in my place, I went to a place called Steep Station, which is a kava bar, and then I bombed for 10 continuous minutes.
Tremendous.
Like, I'm talking not a single chuckle, not a single laugh. 10 minutes of sheer bombing, and that, ooh, buddy,
Tough.
that's
It's tough.
you ever had the totally morbid thought of seeing a horse's erect penis just thinking that's a lot of dick, like
No.
that bombing was like seeing a horse penis and just realizing how much of a lot of dick that sucked.
Oh man. Okay. I
uh,
was gonna ask for a metaphor, and I guess you gave me one. So
yeah, I gave you one. This
shit.
comedy does not support or condone bestiality by the point, by the
No.
way, but this podcast, I should say, does not. But at the same time, the analogy works. All right, it's rough, but it works.
And did you hit one last night too, or was that the kava bar?
That I did two kava bars last night. The second kava bar it was completely new. Like,
Yeah,
I think
hit
I
new
did.
places.
I started off with a good reference to the weather and everything because it was kind of miserable outside. So, that got the ball rolling, and then I did an old bit.
Oh yeah, Florida.
Which has been working out pretty good for a while now. To a relatively new crowd who hasn't seen me before. I haven't seen anybody in the audience. So, once I got that ball rolling, and then it from like probably a minute 30 to 2 minutes in on to like another four or 5 minutes or so was completely new stuff. So a good solid most of it worked out pretty well. So it's one of those I found a new direction to head in with that mic, and that makes me very excited.
Hell yeah, dude. And hitting new
Mm,
locations, dude. You know, if nothing else, just fucking expanding where you're playing out. That's awesome. It's always
exactly.
exciting.
Um,
New
it's
venues.
and then I told you about Vapor Road last week, right?
Vapor Row. What's that?
Where some guy OD'd in the parking lot.
No, you did not tell me this. Let's hear the tales from the open mics, bro.
All right,
Fill me
so
in.
so Vapor Road is another kava bar soul sucking place where everybody's just getting high on kratom, right?
Right,
Which is like a opiate knockoff
right,
from tea leaves or something ridiculous. Okay, so it's another one of these places that I absolutely despise. But hey, it's an open mic. But Vapor Road has a solid like 5 or 6 people that are there only to listen and to get high off kava, which is great. It's better than the other kava bars because it's only people waiting to perform, which is a horrible situation.
right.
Uh,
It's all comics.
so they start the open mic. The host gets done. When the host gets done, we start like in the windows. We just start seeing flashing lights. I'm like, oh fuck, am I about to get a parking ticket for parking, on the wrong side of the building or something stupid? It turns out that as the first comedian set's going on, there was a guy out in the parking lot laying face down, like completely ODing. The ambulance got there, helped him out, got him inside. I don't think he was dead or nothing. But then afterwards, so the entire time the first comedian is going up, they're competing for attention with, the live
The
action
live.
reality drama
Yeah.
of cops outside versus their set talking about Boston, which, obviously, if you know anything about Boston, who gives a fuck? The cops are outside, right?
Right.
Um, so guy gets in the ambulance. I step outside after the first comedian set. It seems like all the drama outside's wrapping up. And I step outside and I just look over and I see the two cops rustling through the guy who ODs. And I was just like, yeah, that's right, officer. You had to come out here for this bullshit. You better search for your tip. Make that drug money. Take that guy's $5. You deserve it. The cops enjoyed that laugh. The ambulance person hated my guts.
Totally. That's funny as hell, though. Oh my
um,
god.
I do feel bad for that guy, but at the same time, everybody's hurting out there. Everybody's hurting.
Right. Um. Shoot. I had a
Also, as
question.
far as I know, that guy lived. Just so that way, the happy ending is the guy
Happy
who
ending.
OD'd in the
He
parking lot
worked out. It worked
perhaps
out.
lived. So
I mean, Tom Segura OD'd. You know,
yeah,
we might be looking at the next Tom Segura. You never know. You never know. Um. Yo, if you do, you have any tattoos?
I have 2 tattoos.
Right on.
Technically 3 tattoos, but it was a continuation of one piece. So I have 2 tattoos.
Got you. Got you. I have just one, and
Mm-hmm.
I might get another one on my hand if I ever actually make it as a musician. But while I still got to take menial jobs, I need to not do that.
Yeah.
What is? Have you ever had a friend who got a tattoo that they regretted?
Yes, many people I know have gotten a tattoo they regretted.
Okay.
Um,
What's the worst one that you can
I'm
think of?
the worst one. Ooh, I'm gonna
You
have to
don't have
think
to
about
shout them
this.
out. You know, don't say their name.
I mean, let me think here.
This might get us in trouble.
All right, so
Shoot.
um, I think I'm gonna tell you about 2.
Okay.
One, the guy was the first one I'm gonna tell you about. I was working at Pizza Hut, right, with this the guy who's been there longest but hasn't been promoted was like a severe heroin addict. All right,
Okay.
he was from Florida, moved up to Iowa, got a job at Pizza Hut somehow.
Okay.
But like was the bathroom was his office because he'd disappear there every day for about 20 minutes until the heroin wore off and he could function again. We all knew it, but we needed the help, right? He had this tattoo on his elbow that was it was a pile of shit with an eyeball on top of
Uh,
it.
yeah, that's a
He
terrible
was
tattoo.
proud of this tattoo because he was like, I may be a pile of shit, but I still see all. That was his reasoning for this tattoo, but it was like one of those jailbird tattoos. So it was like a single needle little thing, and it looked like, you ever seen a cartoon of a melting ice cream cone?
Yeah,
Now put like a shit drugged out eyeball on top of it. That's what it looked like.
that's pretty terrible. It's a pretty terrible tat.
um,
Got another one?
the other tattoo, I was gonna say, was it was one of those. It was a hand tattoo, but it was like the letterings on the knuckles, and it was supposed to be love and hate, except he didn't have enough money for the E on hate, so it was love hat.
Man.
And he uh, it was another drug addict situation, so it was
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
was
He
never
had
gonna
enough
get that
money for
E. So
the
I
first
always called him
9.
Love Hat, and he hated my guts for it.
Yo, love hat. That's funny. I had a buddy who himself tattooed a cross with flames big on his chest. And it's terrible looking, man. I mean, and he'll admit it too, man. He did it himself. But he did it early. He's one of my craziest friends. You know what? I'll say his fake name that he tells everybody. Rick James. If you hear me talk about Rick James, this is the guy, man. You know fucking Rick James.
Oh, everybody forgets about Rick fucking James, dude.
Um, no, I won't forget about Rick James. But he he got this tat, and then he went to. He's not Mormon, by the way. He's like, oh, I want to say he's like Catholic. He's definitely Christian of some sort, but he got sent to this Mormon like rehabilitation camp, and he he had to show them all his freaking cross tattoo, and they were like,
As I recall, they were like out swimming or something like that. There was no way around it.
yeah.
He could lie and say he was like a super prone to being sunburnt and just keep wearing a shirt.
Yeah, get a white shirt. That's what I always do at the beach. I just
Exactly, that's
burn,
what
dude.
Mormons do. If you went to a Mormon camp, there are ways around the rule. Those Mormon camps are the boringest camps ever. Like, okay, um, see, like, this is gonna sound bad, but I need everybody. This is gonna be a new analogy. uh, First time trying this one out. All right, so Mormon camps are worse in my experience than conversion therapy camps. All right, good. Now, see, both have Jesus, both spend, a day of religious and everything, but in conversion therapy camps, the kids are trying to escape, which is why Mormon camps are worse because the kids realize that they're trapped and there's nowhere to go because there ain't no single judge in the history of planet Earth that are gonna, you know, take a kid away from a Mormon family because they're supposed to be stable, right? Everything's supposed to be good and all that. But if you take religion 4 times down your throat every single day and you haven't completely bought into the system, Mormon camps are the worst.
Wow,
The
that got
worst,
real as
man.
shit, bro.
It's all religion based.
That got
I don't
real
like
as
it.
shit. No. Yeah, totally. Totally. Totally, dude. Yo, shout
At
out Boy
conversion
Scouts.
therapy
Boy
camp.
Scouts was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're an Eagle
But
Scout too.
it's like at conversion therapy camp, you have a hope and a dream of at least you might get a dick in your face because that's what you're there for, right? At Mormon camp, you're never gonna get a dick in your face unless the bishop is a creep, and then you're just going old school Catholic with it, right?
Oh
So
man.
it's not even Mormon camp at that point. At that point, it's an Catholic orphanage in St. Petersburg.
Um.
Um, oh man, that's so rough. I
Where's our
apologize to
sound
our
effect?
listeners.
Wow. Well. Look, bar. I guess you know what I mean. Like They're the only people we didn't just piss off right there. So I guess we're converting to Islam because everybody else gonna be mad at us, but that's okay. 49
I'm just
virgins
here.
or something when something like that sounds. I don't know. No comment.
Chris,
actually.
could you pull that microphone closer to your face, brother? Thanks,
No.
man.
No. Can you say that all one more time for me, sir? No, thank you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Wow.
Boy Scout camp, though. What are your thoughts on Boy Scout camp?
Man, I had a great time. I had a good
Okay.
time. No, but I was a fat kid, so nobody ever fucked with me. So, man,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Actually,
That's
my
the weird
troop
thing
was
about
really
Boy
good
Scout.
on that. I never heard of nobody having any troubles with, you know what I mean?
Mm. It's that's a weird thing about Boy Scout camp. It's the only place where fatties get relief. You know, like Boy Scout camp. It's not fun to pick on the fat kid. Are you kidding? Like you just know that you can run.
He's got the
away
best snacks.
and
Why are you
the
going to
fat
piss
kid
him
will-
off, dude? Yeah, he's the only one that had the foresight to bring candy, to bring some
Exactly.
chips. Oh
The
man, he
fat
got
kid is your
soda.
friend.
Yeah, you.
Oh, the donuts!
Friend. That's right. Oh yeah, man. Who knows, dude? Yeah, I had a friend bring Entenmann's, dude. 100%.
Exactly.
Or you got the
See,
fat friend with the cool dad who like it's his birthday, so his dad shows up for his birthday, but he brought a cooler, so he brought everybody ice cream because he can't just bring his son ice cream. You gotta bring everybody ice cream. But then the fat kid goes up and is like, "Hey, can I have two?" That was me actually. That was 100%
exactly.
me.
So you made friends with 3 other troops that are camped nearby. Your dad
yeah,
also
dude.
brought pizza, so they don't have to eat their own horrible cooking.
You
like
get the other
you
troops
just got to
hooked
hook up
on
for the week.
cigarettes, and you're good, dude. No, I'm playing that.
Oh, this is tremendous.
That's a joke. Although, man, yeah, I love Boy Scouts. Everybody gives Boy Scouts a bad rep. It's where I learned how to gamble. I learned how to
Exactly.
at literally Camp Gamble. That was the name of it. What?
Did you learn throwing knives?
I started playing with throwing knives out there. I got my first throwing knives on a Boy Scout camp out. You know, a little bit of drinking and smoking. You know. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into that because we'll get.
It's like
Chris coming
you
out.
have
We
the
don't need that guy around, dude.
Hollywood tropes of a regular camp is like it follows the same rules as school, but that's not the case at all. The popular kids at school are not the popular kids at Boy Scout camp. The fat kids at Boy Scout camps are the popular kids because they got the snacks. We already covered that. But after that, if you want to be left alone, you got to prove yourself at camp. Like
yeah, you can handle
be...
yourself, and you don't need a fucking buddy to go walk off in the woods. I remember I was the mountain man of the fucking troop, bro. I could go do whatever, anytime.
Exactly.
And if you're smart about it, you know how to sneak off anyways. You know what I mean? That's where you learn your street smarts in the woods sometimes.
Got my white belt, man! The more primal you get, the better you are. And if you're all in the woods together, if one person climbs the hill, everybody else has to climb the hill. And the kid who can't make it up the hill, that's the kid you pick on because his bitch ass couldn't make it up the hill.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a you succeed by doing. If everybody flips over their canoe and gets it back to shore, and you flip over your canoe and you gotta ask for
and
help,
it sinks.
You're the bitch.
Yeah, you're the bitch. That happened one summer. Sank a canoe. Wasn't proud. Wasn't proud. And yes, exactly. I was made fun of the rest of the trip, so that's what it is. Yeah, I enjoyed Boy Scouts. And you know what? Everybody was bitching about like girls joining Boy Scouts. How do you feel about that?
All right, so Boy Scouts is a complicated thing for me because growing up, I hated the religion I grew up in. I'm not a huge fan of it now. I grew up Mormon, And Mormon Boy Scout troops historically have planned meetings to plan more meetings. That's their activity. And I'm not about that game. I want to go do shit. So basically, like, if we went and did anything outside of Boy Scout camp in the summer, it's because I planned the motherfucker.
Right.
So we'd go, like, it was also, it was, I worked at a Boy Scout camp for,
Yeah, you would do
I think,
the summer
4
camp
summers
stuff. Yeah.
in a row.
Uh-oh.
And I used it as a chance to escape the religion, because there's no way to get to church if you're 4 hours away in the middle of the Lake of the Ozarks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
You can't get to church and back in time for work. So, it was my way of escaping religion throughout the entire summer. And then fall was taken by marching band, and I was screwed for winter and spring. I was okay with that. 6 months off of religion, 6 months to know Jesus, okay with me,
Yeah.
But at the same time, Boy Scouts was it's where I like learned crucial social skills, because I was the awkward fuck at school who talked to nobody.
Right.
So it was
Same.
like Boy Scouts was very helpful for me, but at the same time, I can imagine it being a little bit damaging, because it's the first time I ever wore a pedophile's pants.
What?
So you got to take the good with the bad.
What about
you
pedophile
don't get
pants?
to come and go without coming. You know what I mean? Like it's how it is.
I'm feeling.
Was
like
I
we might have
molested? No.
Okay. Good.
Was somebody else at the camp? Yes.
Damn it.
Was it my fault? No. Did I happen to wear that guy's pants? Yes. It was for ceremony. I didn't realize it was on an Illuminati thing, but
Jesus
I was just
Christ.
like, oh, we're gonna wear fancy pants. Okay, my bad.
Jesus Christ, dude.
If you think the Illuminati had anything to do with my camp, I was joking.
You didn't answer my question though. What do you think about girls joining the Boy Scouts?
Girls joining the Boy Scouts, I think it's a smart move.
Right.
Because think of the condom mottos you can have. The Australians have an integrated Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and they give out condoms, because nobody wants a pregnancy from the woods. Like that's,
yeah.
Parents don't
Unholy.
need that. And I understand that's a main fear amongst parents, but if you just give them condoms that say this is where adventure starts, it's
on the condoms.
Exactly. Safety first. You can tie all the mottos of Boy
Adventure
Scouts into one
here.
packaging, and it works out.
Holy shit. I'm just saying these Boy Scouts of today got to make, because that's all we wished for back in the day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't
And
go
it's
out
also
on a weekend with
Sorry,
the
what?
boys. You don't go out on a weekend with the boys and don't talk about girls. You know what I mean? And the entire time you're like, damn, man, if we only had like 2 here, I'd be the one to get her, man. Fuck all you boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, every camp.
exactly.
Right.
Plus, it's just one of those, like, it's going to be different. It's no longer going to be your father's Boy Scout troop.
No.
It's no longer. It's going to be completely different traditions, because you are adding a female into the mix, which is good. In my opinion, it's good. Yeah. Because let's be honest, fellas. If there's going to be a female who comes out into the middle of the woods by herself with a Boy Scout troop full of guys, that girl is going to be a lesbian. No doubt about it. She's not taking any of your shit. She will be the butchest one amongst you, and she will kill you all if you do.
She'll light that fire quicker than all y'all bitches. Shit,
exactly.
She might get to Eagle Scout first.
She's going to be the one to make you guys
career
better.
Driven.
So that way you can be her bitch for now on. Like, she is going to run that pack, and the guys are going to have no idea that she's on the other team.
Shit, bro, she's going to be your patrol leader. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, she's going to be running that bitch.
And if she isn't,
Boy Scouts
that way,
gonna be
she's still going to be better at you. All right, because women are better at everything. Accept that now. She's going to be better at tying knots. She's going to be better at getting out of knots. She's going to be better at being naughty. It's like all the shenanigans are going to come from her, and she's going to basically be like the
you got Dr. Evil with that one.
The Griselda Blanco of you know, the Boy Scout troop. She is going to run you harder than a Colombian, you know, drug operation running out of Miami. You know, you are going to answer to her and her alone. That's how that's going to go. And if it's not just her, she's going to drag her best friends with her into that, and she's going to
Oh,
have
bro.
like those women are going to run that pack, whether you like it or
You
not.
thought one strong woman was crazy? Try getting 3 to 4 strong independent women. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shit.
You know,
Shit, bro.
if anything, we should think of the only people who should be really be scared in this situation are the scoutmasters. You know,
Elderly white Republicans.
Oh yeah, the
exactly.
scoutmasters are used to dealing with stuff like stuff going missing, like fights breaking out. They're not used to psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And
Oh
boy,
no.
howdy, would they get a healthy dose of psychological warfare with a couple girls on the campout.
Exactly.
Jesus.
It's going to be one of those. All right, so this might be
Susan
a
said
long one,
what to
guys,
you?
but it's going to be like one of those. A girl's going to get introduced to the pack. Let's call her Sally.
Yeah.
Sally's going to get introduced to the pack and meet Jones the Scoutmaster. Now, Jones the Scoutmaster loves bar as hot dogs. That's what he brings to every camp out troop. Camp out. That's what everybody eats and everything. But Sally doesn't like bar as hot dogs because ballpark is better, right?
Okay. Does it sound like a
Jones
math
is used to
problem?
spending all the money on marshmallows and Hershey's bars for s'mores, so that way the kids get a whole bunch of sugar
Sure.
rush and then pass out by midnight. So that way he doesn't discover that his car's been TP'd yet again on the Boy Scout troop. Now Sally's in the mix. Sally is going to say, we don't need s'mores. We need whole grain granola bars, so that way we can do the hike tomorrow that we promised. And Jones is going to be like, no, we can't do that. And then Sally's just like, well, what if what if I bring the granola bars, and you can just save the money and get something else? And Jones will be like, okay, now I'll be the first
I think
camp
we're
out.
really
And then the
reaching here,
next camp
brother.
out, Sally's gonna be like, you know, when I ate the bar as hot dogs, it made my flow go a little bit weird.
I don't
And
think any woman's
I
saying
don't, I
Oh
don't
no
that.
think I can
no,
eat bar as hot
here's
dogs anymore, Jones. And Jones is going to be like, well, bar as
I
hot
think we're
dogs are a
getting a very
tradition. Sally's just like, but what
misogynistic
about
view.
ballpark? If we just
Right.
ballpark it, we can miss the ballpark, and then we can just have a nice, easy time. No flows to worry about. And then the next thing you know, Jones will be buying ballpark hot dogs, granola bars, and whole milk for every single camp
Everybody.
out trip. And
Yeah.
nobody drinks the whole milk because the milk is spoiled. It's spoiled.
now the way I see it going. I think that's a good start, but the way I see it going happens a little more like this, right? Sally realizes the true potential of her power on this camping trip, right? So, I've found that, boys who get bored are incredibly open to the power of suggestion. It doesn't matter what you're suggesting, but if you give them a direction, a lot of times they will go. And that is fun. That is fun to watch, right? So Sally realizes on this trip, right, that she can maybe convince a couple of the boys to eat a couple full blocks of cheese for the hell of it.
Yeah.
She convinces a couple of the boys to get into a hot dog eating competition for the hell of it. Suddenly, the whole camp is doubled over in pain after having ingested all of the food for the
All of
entire
the cheese
trip
and
in
all
one
of the
sitting.
hot dogs.
Sally has had the goodwill and thought to save a little bit of everything,
For herself.
but not to go ahead and overindulge like the boys. So she's the only one who's not bloated, in pain, and vomiting
Surely.
from the sheer quality and quantity of the foods consumed. Sally has successfully convinced an entire troop of boys to do her bidding without their knowledge. She won the camping trip. That is the psychological warfare to which I am referring.
So, if I can take this master class from Dr. Evil and transform it a little bit. So, what you're saying is Sally, on the way to the Boy Scout troop, will be like, I'm bored. Are you guys bored? Let's think of something fun to do. Do you guys want to run out in the woods when we first get there and leave the Scoutmasters? To do, like, let's go have some fun. Let's go. I don't want to set up a tent. Let's go have some fun, boys. Let's go swimming. And they're all going to go swimming, and they're going to realize that they left their swim trunks. And the boys are going to get excited and be like, oh my God, Sally Sally's gonna come swimming with us. She's gonna be in her underwear. So all the boys are there, and all the boys are like, "Well, Sally's gonna be in her underwear. Underwear. I'm gonna get naked, right?" And then they get naked. They get in the water first because they're gentlemen. Sally doesn't need to see their wee wees, okay? And then Sally comes by and is like, "Hello, boys," and then takes all their clothes, goes to help set up camp. Boy Scout master's like, "Where the fuck are the boys?" And they come running out of the woods like they were just gang raped by a gang of rednecks in the woods, right? They come running out of the woods, butt naked, all muddy because they just crawled through the mud, trying to get to their clothes the first, so that way Sally doesn't see him. And Sally's doubled over laughing,
Sounds like a
all
really
because she
shitty
made the
like
suggestion
80s
that I'm
camp
bored,
movie.
let's go swimming.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, generally, you just set the stage and the boys kind of just take it from there. I think it's like an impressing kind of thing, but like, you just give a direction and they're like, all right, I'll do it.
You heard it.
And that
You
could
heard
be
it
fun.
here, everybody. You heard it here. Dr. Evil's masterclass on how to manipulate men,
Jesus Christ.
Volume 1. Subtle suggestions when they're bored.
You got any dates coming up, buddy?
No, I probably just ruined my entire career. The Boy Scouts are coming after me now. I'm gonna have to go into hiding.
Yeah. If we don't get an episode out next week, you guys know what happened. So,
No dates. I got Monday at Spitfire and then Wednesday at Spitfire. Wednesday is supposed to be a pretty big show. I got some coworkers coming since we don't work Thursday next week, so I got to make sure that goes well. I'm kind of nervous about it, but we'll see.
Good luck, my man. You got this shit. You got it.
Mm-hmm. And then next episode I will be in an undisclosed new location.
Excellent.
In Belgium.
Ooh.
I just can't tell you where the location is because I have no fucking clue. I was told last week I was leaving, and I was told by an email with the information for flight to Europe. So that's what's happening, man.
Excellent. That'll be fun. Go somewhere new.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be cool. So we'll be back on
I'll
the
be
crazy schedule
till March. So.
Ah, shit. February is going to be fun for recording. Excellent. So, that'll be fun. We'll have to figure out the time difference and shit. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. And I think I'm gonna do more out and about podcasts.
That's fun.
Because it's legal in Europe. So I'm gonna, we're gonna take that scaffold room and we're gonna expand it to a cathedral. We're gonna talk about the priests in the priest's home and how nice guys they are. I mean, they give you free wine during the world's most boring church service ever. A little bread to tide you over. We're gonna talk
the body
about
of Christ
priests
you're talking
inside a
about.
cathedral.
Okay, that's the body of Christ you're talking about, and I need you to back up like 5 squares. Excellent, my man. Well, good luck with your trip over to Europe, dude, and be safe. I'll catch up with you next weekend too. As far as us, we don't have any dates right now. I'm trying to line up some February dates for the Forgiving Tree. In the meantime, man, go check out the Forgiving Tree demo on YouTube. If you just search Forgiving Tree Band, we're the first stuff to come up. Music and motivation with Chris Davis going on as always, and make sure you guys are liking and subscribing our own Comedy by Coincidence. Again, we want to hear your voicemails or get some questions from you. Questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want, bro. All the links are in the description of this episode. And support time, man. Oh, follow Comedy by Coincidence on Instagram. There's not a lot up right now, but there will be. So,
mm-hmm.
Go check that out.
I'm slowly, I want to plug the podcast in my comedy show, but I don't want to just like do the whole. I have a podcast and it's Comedy by Coincidence. Come check it out. I'm trying to build a bit around it so that way they're getting the information while still being funny,
Yeah, that's good.
So
That's good
it's a
marketing.
work in progress. I tried it out for the first time on Monday. Didn't work because that first joke never does. So I'm starting to plug it out there just so you know, Chris.
I
So
appreciate
if
you.
you come and see a comedy show wherever I'm at, please step on up, say you listen to Comedy by Coincidence, and I'll be like, oh shit, thanks for supporting, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Means a lot.
That'll make his day, dude. Make Ty's day, dude.
Mhm.
Subscribe and let him know you listen, dude. Thank you guys as always for tuning in, bro. It's been fun. It's been a good episode.
And make sure you tune us in for the next week for the continuing lecture series of Dr. Evil's Manipulation of Men. It's a new fascinating bit that we're going to keep doing because I am definitely intrigued.
The key here is
Because I
not
realize I've been
maliciousness.
manipulated this entire time, and it's
That's what happens.
The
I
key
mean,
not
is it
mad
can't
about it.
be it can't
Not
be
mad about it.
malicious manipulation. It's just got to be for the jokes. Because once it starts getting mean-spirited, then no one's having fun. But if there's just a little, like mild discomfort involved, that kind of thing, go for it. That's all I'm saying. Throw a little spice in the afternoon.
all
So
right, brother.
see that you guys just got a bonus lesson from Dr. Evil. Don't do what I do. Don't overdo it. It's light and breezy. Light and breezy.
Light and breezy, dude.
Farts abound is good. Wangs out is bad. All right.
Exactly.
We love you guys, man. Thanks for tuning in. It's been another awesome episode of Comedy by Coincidence, dude. We'll catch up with you guys next weekend, okay? Mad love and
absolutely.
respect.
Mad love and respect, everybody.
Yeah. Good shit, dude. Good shit. Good shit.
I hope I didn't just run too roughshod through that.